Good afternoon, YouTube. Happy holidays. Thank you guys again for supporting the channel, watching the channel. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoy these videos, please share a like with me and share them to your friends so that we can get as many views as possible and get this content out to everyone. But with that, I wanted to say a happy holidays. Today's video is actually a top 5 value knives for Christmas, of course, based on everything that I've unboxed this year. Let's get started. Number 5, we're looking at the Dalstrong Shogun Series X. This is the AUS 10V steel with the G10 Gallerite handle. This one actually saw a lot of service during Thanksgiving in my kitchen. This is the knife that I consider the workhorse. If you look at it, it's got that well-pronounced belly, perfect for rocking and doing a lot of work. It's also a very hard steel, so it retains its edge very well. It is a little bit on the heavier side, so you get the benefit of gravity on your side when you're trying to make some of these cuts. However, the handle is a little bit short, and you might feel that the balance is a little bit off because of the way that it's weighted towards the edge. Other than that, I think this knife is fantastic. It has the Tsukimi hammer finish on it. It's kind of a nice kind of texture on it, but it feels really good in your hand when you're using it. And I don't know what else to say about this knife other than this is a tremendous pickup. It's really good in the kitchen. And if you've never owned any one of the Japanese style knives, this is one that I would consider. I think it's right now listed for $129 on Amazon, which puts it at sort of the higher end of the scale. But for what you're getting in terms of the quality of the knife and the customer service behind it, I think this is a tremendous product to consider, especially if it's one of your first Japanese style knives that you're getting into, especially with that steel. Number 4. Okay, coming in at number 4 is the Enso HD, the Hammer Damascus Japanese steel VG10 chef's knife from Cutlery and More. This is the Yaxel branded knife that's sold exclusively through them, that has the VG10 core. I believe it's 34 or 37 layers of steel with the micarta handle, the classic 3 rivets, and the D-style handle. Guys, this one got a lot of use during Christmas or during Thanksgiving as well. And it's an amazing knife, perfect for slicing. It will do some dicing and chopping, but this one really excels at slicing. And this thing, you want to talk about edge retention, this is where it's at. This one held its edge very well. It is still one of the sharper knives that I have in my collection that I use, and just because of the comfort in the handle, this is one that I go to all the time. Currently, I believe it's listed at $129.95 on Amazon. When I got it, it was around $99.95, which was a tremendous deal. That would have put it up higher in this list just because of that, but I don't know if you'll be able to find them that low ever again. But if you do have a chance to pick up one of these, you will not be disappointed. This is a phenomenal Japanese style knife. If you don't have one of these in your collection, definitely consider picking one of these up, especially if it's your entry into Japanese style knives with the profile and the steel. This is a VG10 that you want to keep in your collection. Number 3. Number three is a recent acquisition of mine. This is actually the Mercer Culinary. It is the Genesis series 3.5-inch paring knife. And guys, this thing has maintained its edge throughout, the last few weeks of me using it. I am in love with this knife. Now, when I first picked it up, I wasn't really a fan of Santoprene or purchasing Santoprene handles in my collection again, but this is a comfort in your hand. So I'm totally over that now. Santoprene, you've got a place in my kitchen anytime. I love the way you feel. At the price, I believe it comes in at $13.75 on Amazon currently. Prices may change as you look at this video. This right here, if you've never used a paring knife and you want to figure out how to use one, this is a low enough investment that I think you can actually pick one up and get acquainted with a very good paring knife. The profile is perfect for everything that I've been using it for. If you check out the unboxing, you'll see I love the way that this tip is, and this one has held its edge very well. It's almost a utility knife in my kitchen just because it's the easiest one to grab, easiest one to clean, and it's sharp enough. It does every single thing that I need it to do. This is an absolute go-to, must-have in your list. I think you're gonna enjoy this one. Moving on. Okay, number 2 is the Dalstrong Gladiator Series Cleaver. This one right here comes in currently at $49.66. This is a sub $50 cleaver. It's probably one of the more expensive cleavers that I've ever used. However, this thing is worth its weight in gold. I absolutely love this. It's a very different style of use compared to a chef's knife or Yanagiba or Gyuto, you name it, Santoku, you name it. This thing is completely different, and the use is different. It's as versatile as any one of the other knives that I listed, but this right here at $50, it's a bit intimidating because of the size and the weight, but man, you're not gonna find a finer cleaver on the market today for under $50. I guarantee you this. It has the pocket wood handle, the 3 rivets, but man, it's got a very nice bolster on it, protects you from the edge, and this thing came out of the box razor sharp. It does an amazing job of cutting through ribs, root vegetables, you name it. This is an absolute workhorse. I recommend this knife 100%. Definitely, if you've never owned a cleaver and you're thinking of getting one, this is where I'd start. All right. Number 1. This right here is the most recent pickup that I have, and when we're talking about value, this is where it is at. This knife comes in at $13.95 on Amazon currently. It is the Millenia chef's knife. It is the X30 CR13 steel. Even though it's got a rubberized handle, it's customized colors. So they have a ton of different colors available: yellow, green, I think blue, you name it, you look at it. I'm kind of partial to this knife just because I really enjoy the black and yellow. I've got a lot of other things that are black and yellow, so this goes along with that. But it feels phenomenal in the hand. This is the one that I'm not afraid if I mess it up, because again, it's under $14. This is a sub $20 chef's knife. If you're just getting into cooking and cutting and you want to find one to play with, or just even if you're just getting into sharpening or whatever it is, this one is definitely a really good investment for what it does. I think you'll be surprised. Yeah, it's not one of the higher ends, but at under $15, this is definitely worth the pickup. I don't think you'll be disappointed with this one at all. It's very comfortable and ergonomic in the hand. Chopping is a dream with it. And again, you don't have to worry about ever messing it up because it's not an expensive investment on your part. If you're just getting into cooking, this works even well for, from novice to experts, because it just feels phenomenal in your hand. I love this one. I use it all the time right now just because of the way it feels. And I'm very, very impressed and happy to see this one in the list. I was glad to receive this one to do the unboxing. And if you haven't seen that, please check it out. You're gonna be quite pleased with this one. Get all the colors if you want to collect them, but these right here are phenomenal knives. The first honorable mention is the Enso HD 5.5 inch prep knife. This right here, it's a phenomenal knife with the Kuretsuke style profile if you've ever used it. It's a 5.5 inch. It's perfect if you're intimidated by larger knives. Definitely pick this one up. If you're looking for a utility knife or something of that sort, even charcuterie or cutting up of cheeses and meats, this right here is phenomenal. Unfortunately, it didn't make the top 5, but it's definitely up there. This would be a pickup that I'd recommend to anyone who's considering getting a utility knife or a prep knife, or even a petty knife. This right here is where it's at. The final honorable mention is the Kuma chef's knife. This one, when I received it, was right at $20. The price has gone up a little bit. I think it's at $29.47 on Amazon today, but they do have some discounts available every now and then. You can even use my discount code and get 20% off. But this knife, when I received it as a $20 chef knife at the time, was a phenomenal purchase. This thing has a exceptional edge retention, and the profile is very, very good. This thing is extremely sharp out of the box, and I think you'll be surprised if you pick one up. If you love bolsters, This one is perfect, very comfortable to use, and it's very comfortable in the choil because of that bolster. So whenever you're using a pinch grip on it, you're gonna enjoy using this knife. If you've never used a knife and you're wanting to learn how to sharpen or how to use one, these are the ones that I would invest in, just because they're not gonna break the bank if you have to replace them. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And one last thing I wanted to mention is, if you notice, I've got a new board. This is the cherry end grain chopping or butcher block from Titan, butcherblocks.com. Phenomenal finish on it. I love this board. The cherry wood, using the vitality oil and the conditioner on it, has come out to be a beautiful color. And it's the end grain, so it's gonna stand up to my knife cuts a little bit better than sort of the edge grains. I still have the edge grain. I love it. I use it daily as well. But this one right here is a new one that they sent me, and just wanted you guys to know, if you're interested in looking for chopping blocks or cutting boards to give Titan Butcher Block a view, go to the website, check them out. I'll leave the links, and I'll leave my discount code as well if you want to pick something up from there, but I recommend it. These guys are amazing. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next one.